Hello beautiful Leo, thank you so much for being here today. My name's Marie Rose and today we're here to bring you a message that you may need to know for this week or the coming weeks. What have we got here? We've got no and forgiveness. You got the same thing as Virgo. No and forgiveness. Something is a no and someone needs to know that. And forgiveness, it's like here, different to Virgo, it's like whatever didn't happen, you need to forgive yourself for. It's like you're carrying this huge burden of something that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or something that you didn't do. And now they're saying to you, no, you cannot carry that with you. You weren't meant to be there. You weren't meant to have done that. You weren't meant to be at that time, at that place with that person. Forgive yourself. Everything happens for a reason. People sometimes may go. You know what I feel here? Somebody, one person at least, was not there when someone passed. And they hold that so deep within them that you blame yourself for not being there, for not getting there on time, for not making the effort quicker. It's like they're saying no. People sometimes go to the spirit world when they're ready and when they're on their own. So no matter if you were there or not, they would not have gone at that time if you were there. Their journey was for them to go when they were alone, to have that peace and tranquility of that transition. So forgive yourself for everything you've blamed yourself for. For others, it might not be that you weren't there when someone passed. It's something that you did or you didn't do when you could have or you should have. But they're saying to you, no, you didn't do it and you couldn't have done it because where you were, what you were doing, how it all happened was meant to be exactly that. So forgive yourself and do not blame yourself for 1 minute. This is not for you to carry. Someone here may know what I'm talking about. Let me know. What have we got here for Leo, please? What have we got here for Leo, please? What are we talking about here for Leo? 7 of Pentacles. The Magician. The Hangman. The Ace of Wands. Wow, look at that. 5 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ace of Swords. Leo, I don't know what you're dealing with here, but let me tell you this. There is going to be a truth that's going to be revealed. And here you may have felt that you missed an opportunity. You could have done something and you didn't. You could have studied something and you didn't. You could have dedicated yourself at the time and you didn't. And that put you in a place of vulnerability, of financial instability, of being in a place of losing what you built, or you could have had more. However, they're saying no. The truth is that everything that you've been through, everything that you're going through, everything that you're facing and the challenges is all part of the contract that you made when you decided to come into this incarnation. And for some of you, you may not believe that, and that's fine. But we all come here with a purpose and a reason, and each journey is different. Why? Because we agreed to our journey before we're born. And so this is something here that you're holding, against yourself. You're being hard on yourself for not seeing an opportunity, not doing something that you could have done. And that's put you in a position of compromise, or in a position of less desirable situation. However, they're saying to you, stop. Because everything that's meant to be is going to be. You have planted your seeds. You have dedicated yourself. You've done the best you could have possibly done. And I feel here that Even though you may not think you've done enough, you have. Everything that you've planted, you're going to see that come back tenfold. It's like whether you dedicated yourself to looking after somebody, whether you dedicated yourself to a profession, whether you dedicated yourself to doing something or buying something at the time, everything is going to make sense. You created magic when you made that decision. And although you may not see it right now, you will see it. For somebody here, it's like they're saying to you, you're going to have what is meant for you, and don't feel guilty of what is given to you. For some of you, you may feel that you didn't do enough and you don't deserve what you're being given. And they're saying, no, you are meant to have that. Here, with the minute you see something from a different perspective, you will see that everything was meant to be the way it's meant to be. And you're going to have a very clear indication of you having what it is that you need. A new opportunity, a new proposal, something here is going to open up for you. For somebody else here, you've been trying to get a job and the doors don't open. The reason that they don't open is because you're too big for those doors. The magic you have, the creation you can create, you're going to find the correct door at the right time in the right place with the right people or the right group. So if you've been working or you've been wanting to find a job and for some reason you don't see that any doors opening, they're saying look at the situation from a different perspective. The right door, the right opportunity is going to come your way. The reason things haven't happened yet or the way you had planned or hoped for is because there's something bigger and better for you. Okay, let's see what this forgiveness is. What are we doing with this forgiveness? Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow. The Seven of Swords. And the Emperor. Wow. On the bottom we have the King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and that's it. Leo, you may have been dealing with Gemini, Aquarius or Libra. This person could have been a father figure, a brother, a partner, but somebody here wanted to make sure that you were secure and stable. Someone here wanted you to have what was rightfully yours. For somebody here, remember we spoke about at the beginning that feeling that I got here, that you felt guilty in regards to not being there, not doing as much, not contributing as much as you could have. It's like you are in a position of the Page of Pentacles where you work day to day to pay your bills, and it's never huge. It's always the beginning. It's always something small. However, I feel here that you're going to be given an opportunity or given an inheritance or given a large amount of money that takes you from the Page to the Queen of Pentacles. And you may feel guilty about accepting this money. You may feel guilty about not having done enough to deserve this money or this opportunity. They're saying to you, do not think that way. Forgive yourself, please. You cannot carry this with you. You are meant to be in control. Someone here either is going to give you a position or an opportunity of you becoming who you're meant to be. And I feel that this is a father figure. There's something here about you being in a place or gathering something here that was meant for you. This is you here being in a situation where you're given something that you deserve, even though you feel that you don't. Forgive yourself for not being there, for not being able to do something here. But this person has a lot of admiration for you, whether this is a boss, a father, or a powerful male in your figure that all crosses your path. This is somebody that's going to take you out of where you are to where you dreamt of being. And don't feel guilty for one bit for accepting this, because this person would not have it any other way. You did nothing wrong, Leo, and it's time that you realise that. The minute you understand that and see it from a different perspective, you're going to see that there's nothing to feel guilty about and there's nothing that you did wrong. I hope that makes sense to somebody here, Leo. Lots of love and light. Thank you. Bye-bye.